Hello, everyone. My name is Santanaram Jairam, a corporate trainer, and welcome to my presentation on using illustrations, mind mapping, and multimodal learning to enhance workplace learning. In this session, I'll demonstrate how instructional leadership and delving team roles can make corporate training more engaging, inclusive, and effective. The learning challenge today, from information overload to lasting learning, and why engagement matters. Learners are overloaded juggling emails, meetings, and deadlines while attending training sessions. Traditional slides, they just make it passive and hard. They listen but rarely retain. According to Ebbinghaus, up to 80% of what's taught is forgotten within a week. This tells us something powerful. Information alone isn't enough. Learning must connect emotionally, visually, and experimentally through actions so that people can remember and apply it. They see it to learn it, do it to remember it, own it to apply it. That's where multimodal learning changes the game. Instructional leadership is not about control, it's about influence. It focuses on how people learn, not just what they learn. A good leader creates a vision that inspires curiosity, it builds trust, and encourages collaboration. As Hellinger and Murphy describes, instructional leaders guide others to reflect, share, and improve continuously. In a corporate setting, it means leading by design, shaping learning experiences that help people grow together, not just perform tasks. People don't all learn the same way. Some need to see it, others they need to hear it, and many learn best by just doing it. That's the power of multimodal learning. It activates multiple senses at once, helping information stick. Fleming and Mills found that when visual, auditory, and kinesthetic modes work together, retention and participation rises dramatically. In short, it turns training, a one way lecture, into a multi sensory experience that every learner can connect with. The science is clear. Our brains are wired to learn better when information is presented in multiple ways. Pivot coding theory shows that when we pair words with visuals, recall improves dramatically. Mayer adds that combining text and images builds deeper understanding. And Howard Gardner reminds us that intelligence isn't a one size fits all. People think in words, pictures, movement, and emotions. That's why effective learning activates both the left and the right side of the brain, which is logic and creativity. Fullen reminds us that real change connects purpose, people, and practice. His eight forces guides how we lead transformation, not just in schools, but in the workplace too. First, we have the human side, moral purpose. Learning should improve lives, not just KPIs. Building capacity, equip trainers with digital tools like Miro and Canva. Understanding change, start small, learn fast. Leading culture, everyone, including leaders, keep learning. Then we have the strategic side, evaluation, using data for reflection, not blaming. Leadership for change, inspire through examples. Coherent making, every activity should align to one vision. And tri-level development, grow individuals, teams, and the whole organization. Mind mapping turns complex ideas into simple visual stories. It helps learners see connections and not just memorize the facts. Tony Buzan found that organizing information through shapes, colors, and branches improves both recall and creativity. In training, let's look at the power of mind maps, helping learners and participants co create understanding. It's not just about note taking, it's thinking visually and collaboratively. That's where engagement truly begins. When learning feels flat, it's usually because it's one dimensional. But when we mix visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and digital modes, learning comes alive. Visual clarifies, story connects emotionally, and hands on task creates muscle memory. And digital tools like Miro or Canva opens the door to collaboration anywhere, anytime. Together, these modes turn every session into an experience, not just a lecture. In every learning team, people bring unique strengths, and Delbin's 9 roles helps us balance creativity with execution. The plan sparks fresh ideas. The coordinator keeps the group focused. The shaper drives momentum and challenge. The implementer turns plans into action. The monitor evaluator ensures logic and quality. The specialist contributes deep expertise. The resource investigator explores new tools and opportunities. The team worker maintains harmony and support. And the completer finisher ensures excellence and attention to details. With all 9 roles collaborate, learning becomes balanced. Creativity, creative yet structured, innovative yet reliable. Every role matters in building effective and engaged learning. Each Belbin role connects naturally with how people learn best. The plan shines in visual brainstorming, turning thoughts into colorful mind maps. The coordinator leads through discussion using voice and dialogue to build understanding. The implementer thrives in hands on kinesthetic tasks, making learning practical and action oriented. And the resource investigator brings in digital tools and fresh ideas from outside. When we connect team roles to learning modes, we create balance. Creativity meets structure, and innovation meets. A multimodal team means wearing different leadership hats. An instructional leader models new learning methods, not just talks about them. A transformational leader inspires through visuals, stories, and purpose. The servant leader listens deeply and adapts to what learners need most. And the situational leader reads the room, shifting style to suit the moment. Together, these approaches turn learning into a partnership, not a hierarchy. Implementation happens in 4 key steps. First, the resource investigator introduces creative digital tools like Mentimeter, Miro, or Canva. Then, the plan and the coordinator leads brainstorming sessions using visual maps to spark ideas. Next, the monitor evaluator analyzes what works, separating insights from noise. Finally, the implementer and team worker brings ideas to life and share them with the group. Each phase links roles and learning modes through structure, creativity, and in a recent corporate workshop, our goal was simple: improve cross-department communication. We used mind maps to visualize how tasks connected and assign Belbin roles so every participant had a clear strength to contribute. The plan generated ideas. Coordinators facilitated the discussion, and implementers turned insights into action. By the end, engagement rose by 40%, and decisions were made faster and with a greater buy in. This showed how structure plus creativity leads to measurable results. To know if learning truly makes an impact, we measure both data and emotions. We track engagement levels, participation rates, and knowledge retention through analytics. Facilitators observe collaboration using structured checklists, not to grade, but to grow. Learners also write short reflection journals to express what clicked, what didn't, and what they'll apply next. This balance of matrix and meaning keeps learning authentic, adaptive, and learner centered. As we close, this project reminds us that effective learning goes beyond information. It engages the mind, the heart, and the senses. Instructional leadership gives direction and vision. Belbin role ensures that every person has a place and a purpose. And visual, multimodal tool sparks creativity and connection, helping ideas come alive in ways words alone cannot. As Gardner said, learning is most effective when it appeals to multi senses, emotions, and intelligence. When people can see, hear, move, and create together, learning stops becoming routine, it becomes transformational. Thank you.